Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Or if you are new here and you end up liking the video and you're pretty keen to talk about Pittsburgh Steelers football and the Steelers winning the AFC North, feel free to hit the like and subscribe and continue to watch the channel if you like the football talk and all that kind of YouTube stuff. However, the reason why I'm making this video, guys, is the reason why I'm making it is because the Bengals won the game versus the Ravens yesterday, but I'm recording from the future. And I want to talk about the Steelers have now a chance to pretty much, I guess, lead the division the whole way. It's not going to be easy. I'm not saying these games are easy, but everything's in front of them. The Steelers have the driving seat because the Bengals went 32-14 over the Ravens. I guess in a bit of a shock where the Ravens were favorite, and Joey B comes back to throw a couple TDs and 200-something yards. Lamar Jackson fumbled twice, had an interception, and the Ravens are now 6-6. And this means that if the Steelers go on to beat the Buffalo Bills, which we hope they can and have a bounce-back game, right now we are leading the division. So when you go to the standings, the Steelers are 6-5. I don't think the Steelers will have a chance to be an AFC North wildcard team. In the hunt is or KC. There's Houston, maybe possibly, but depends what happens with like Buffalo and these kind of teams, right? Could we see, I guess, two teams from the AFC North make the playoffs? Maybe. But I feel like the only way it's going to happen is the Steelers are going to have to win the division for a chance. And also, I want the Steelers to win the division and we're going to host a playoff game. I feel like the fan base would go crazy and we need that overall support to host a playoff game. And then you have a chance to verse the Chargers again, verse Buffalo again, possibly verse the Texans or KC, maybe even verse Baltimore at your house. If you're the 4th seed, I think you verse the 7th seed, right? No, you verse the 5th seed? I can't remember. Is it like 2v7, 3v6, and 4v5, something like that? I think it was something like that. So we could verse a 5th seed. But this is very good news, even though I can't fucking stand the Bengals. I don't like their organization. I don't like their fan base. I'm not a huge fan, of their players in the past and the way they kind of spin things. And like Joe Burrow Jr., what his name is, Jack Burrow, he'll start to, play football for the Bengals again. And they'll be like, oh, we have a chance to win the AFC North division. And we have this, and this. I'm not a huge fan of them. However, the Bengals gave the Steelers a bit of chance to lead the division from the whole way. If the Steelers can go on a bit of a run, if they can beat Buffalo, if they can then beat Baltimore, and let's say Baltimore, if they lose next week against us, they'll be 6-7, and the Steelers will be 7-5 with a 1.5 game gap, better overall AFC North record, 1-1 record over the Baltimore Ravens, and we verse them at the end of the year. So this could be a very good thing. The fact that the Bengals smashed them actually helps the Steelers a long way. Now, here's the point, though. Here's the big overall point for Mike Tomlin, for Arthur Smith, for Terrell Austin, for all these guys in the organization, for the punter, Collis Waitman, for Chris Boswell. Can they take the reins and this opportunity seriously enough to go into Heinz Field, take care of business, and just own up and man up and be a good team and play four quarters, turnovers, run the rock, get the yards again, find DK Metcalf, find the playmakers? Can that happen? And also, Steelers are going to be out with Broderick Jones. They're going to be out with Derek Harmon. I think Rodgers will come back with his wrist injury, all that kind of stuff. Can they take advantage of this? The fact that the Ravens went 6-6 and they lost against the Bengals, and the only real way the Bengals can win this thing is by hosting a playoff game in their stadium in Ohio. If they go on to win the next 5 games and go 9-8, the Steelers just got to win 4 games. Win 4 games, and including those 4 games, could be 2 Ravens games. Win 2 Ravens games, win a Buffalo Bill game, maybe beat the Lions. They seem like they're a 50-50 team right now. Go out, do your job, do your business. But right now, the door is open. It's like a clean lane. It's right in front of you. The Bills first, Ravens next, and you got 6 games to go. Got to win 4 out of 6. But you also want to see this team be competitive, be consistent, because up and down, the whole season has been up and down a roller coaster. up and down roller coaster. Anyway, Steeler Nation, that's what we see right now. Steelers, sorry, not that shit photo there. This photo here is the Steelers are back in fourth place, 6-5. So the AFC North is wide open for this year. No real one team wants to run away with it like the New England Patriots are, or Denver. Even the Colts and Jacksonville are fighting for, I guess who's going to win the AFC South. But the Steelers have a pathway to win the division if they just show up each and every week. If they show up and they play good football like they did versus the Browns, like they did versus Cincinnati, like they did versus the Vikings, if they show up and be competitive, if they're ready to be competitive and have a chance to win the AFC North. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time on Steelers Nation Australia. Make sure you hit the like and sub if you do like the content and you like our Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. Hey, Rod. Got the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.